All right, so we are working on the Dodge Ram pickup truck here. We got a really special show to get to. Got to get this thing running. All right, guys, I am here in Ontario, and we are working on the Ram with the Boss Garage. We've got about 5 days to get this thing to CanSec in Ottawa, and we are still connecting wiring and getting these wheels spinning, so it is going to be right down to the wire. But let's follow along and see where this project's at. We've been working super hard on getting wheel spin, dealing with the programming, and we're still not quite there yet. But Rich has got wheel spinning. We just need to get it done from the computer. I can do it. I can do it. Rich doesn't have the wheel spinning.
We can go forward, and we can also go back.
Oh, all right. We already got the programming in. Now we just need Conrad to do it.
I can do it. Here, ready? Watch this. Forward. Oh, backwards.
So there we go. It's midnight. We got 4 days to CanSec, and we got wheel spinning. And I'm not worried at all because the truck is basically complete. Okay, so wanted to give an update. We got 2 days to get into the CanSec show. We got Saturday, Sunday. We've been working on things pretty good. Things have been going well on the mechanical front. On the programming front, we are waiting for a code update from the suppliers. That's the big holdback. Getting this thing right here, the PDU, to send the command to the axles for wheel spin. Looks like we got to update a code. Luckily, our suppliers are willing to meet with us on a Saturday. We got that coming up in a few hours. Hopefully they can turn it on. I'm at that point where, yeah, I am not the smartest guy in the room. I cannot deal with anything on code. That's not my expertise. Most of the mechanical stuff is there, so I've been just doing some cable management and making her look pretty. I guess emotional support. I'll be honest, I'm still a little nervous with just 2 days till we got to get this truck on the trailer to be able to show it at CanSec. I'm nervous. Why is it always down to the wire? All right, so I have made a mistake here and I screwed up the audio. For some reason, I did not work the lavs correctly, and I'm gonna do a voiceover for the next sections.
I am leaving the lav, so he shouldn't have an excuse for poor audio.
I know how to work those. All right, so while we are working on a lot of the mechanical aspects, Conrad and Ray are working on the programming and bringing the high voltage online. I think it's about midnight as we're recording this. We're pretty late, we're running on no sleep and just nothing but salt and vinegar chips and Monster energy drinks. But Conrad is making good progress. He's been talking with the suppliers. We have a tiniest amount of wheel spin, so it is progress. We are now being able to send the high voltage to the wheels. We can get them turning just a little bit. Now we got to get that control over the speed, the power, the current, and get it onto the throttle pedal. But it's about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning right now. This is as far as we got it, and we're happy, but we're gonna go to bed and try again tomorrow. Okay, so I decided to go to bed, but Ray and Conrad stayed up till about 6:30 in the morning, and around 5 a.m., 6 a.m., they were able to get the wheels controlled and spinning. Big shout out to these guys for staying up. I think they did like a 20-hour day. They were determined. They had this little bit where the wheel was shuddering, the wheel was spinning a little bit. They kept working at it, and lo and behold, they got full wheel spin. Nope, there it is. Well, Ray wasn't paying attention. Good job, Ray. Good job, Conrad. Look at those wheels spin. Yay. I wish we could have heard how excited they were in their voices. I'm excited. That is full control. Oh yeah, now we gotta do the front axle. Right, they did the back axle, now the front one. And the front one's going. Woohoo! Good job, guys. Electric motor noises. And look at that, we got reverse. We got forward and reverse. Man, these guys really killed it that night. And it's not the throttle pedal. Oh, this is the next morning. Rich is there. This is the next morning for sure. So, night before, right, they got it working forward and backwards off the laptop. The next morning, we got it off of the throttle pedal, and now all that was left that day is we're gonna have to go back through and re-put in all of the interior. If you haven't noticed, the entire dash and interior is still ripped apart. We got 1 day left to get this truck to CanSec. All right, Ray and them from Rich have been working hard to put this interior in. We got the gauges, we got the throttle pedal, it's driving the wheels. We got to get this box right there onto the back, get her all buttoned up. Once we do that, we'll drive the truck out.
Why you been working out, right, Rich?
No squeaks at all, really.
That's pretty impressive.
No brakes dragging, no.
Luxury.
So it ran, it drove, it moved out of the shop, but will it pass the Cybertruck test? Can we wash it? It is such a good looking truck.
It is.
All right, guys, well, this is exciting. Got her pulled out on the shop, gave her a quick wash, get her loaded up. The next big thing, we are CanSec bound, but we did it. We knew we'd make it.
Yeah.
It's just like, big shout out to Conrad and Peter and Ray, who have done like 90 plus hours this week to get this thing done in time. Like the whole crew is just really, really impressed with how this thing turned out, and I cannot wait to show this off at Ottawa. We got some big people coming. We heard that one of the shadow ministers of defense is coming. We got some members of parliament that reached out that they know about the show and they're excited to see it. Ray has set up a meeting with 18 different meetings that you have set up with people interested in the Ram. We're hearing about it from, I'm excited to see how this goes because we're hearing from all sorts of different things, not only just like defense in its pure military form. We're hearing a lot of feedback on, say, disaster relief, exportable power, the ability to run silent. We're going to get into all the advantages when we get to CanSec, but I'm just really, really excited to see how this goes and see what people's reaction is to a 30-year-old second gen sitting with all this brand new equipment.
You know what's crazy is we met in a scrapyard just over 2 years ago. Here we are in a beautiful diesel electric hybrid truck. It still blows my mind. Going to Ottawa to present to the military.
After getting approval. Like we had the second trip to Ottawa because we had to go to Ottawa to argue to get approval to build the truck. So not only in 2 years did we meet in a scrapyard, we went from meeting in a scrapyard, going to Ottawa, coming up with the idea to be like, this is awesome, the pickup truck is gonna be great, going to Ottawa to convince it. Now we're going back to Ottawa with the finished truck to be like, yeah, we did it, it works, check it out. All right, let's get this on the trailer, let's hit the road.
Sounds good, man.
Assets looking good.
Well, we have now made it to CanSec where we are dropping the pickup off. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to film anything because it is a defense contractor show. They were already nervous about having some social media guys there. So anyways, if this is the end of the video, hopefully we enjoyed the show and thanks for watching.
Nice, Chase. Just a random parking lot in the middle of nowhere saying trust us, we're at the show.
Yeah, trust us, we're totally doing something legit. We can't show you, but
That seems to be the theme.
seems to be the theme. How's the Land Cruiser doing?
It's good.
Can't show you.
Yep.
How's the show that you brought the truck to? Also can't show you.
There is a recurring theme. But anyway, we'll see you. I'm glad it made it. The F-350 did great. The truck is ready to go. We're going to put it on axle stand, start spinning it, and hopefully you guys get to see some more video.
We got to haul this truck here with the old F-350. You've got to check this thing out. It is super cool what Rich built.
Well, there's no room because it's all radiators and intercooler, so yeah. Thank you.
Beautiful. How's she running?
No vibrations whatsoever. No noise whatsoever. This is pretty awesome. There's really no other word for it.
All right, so with the Ram here, what we decided to do is we got it up on jacks so that we could actually drive it and spin it. One of the big things is this thing is silent. It moves quietly. We can then just drive it, show off how it runs quietly. We put some mirrors down there so you can see the electric motor, see the things, because from back here, it just looks like an old Dodge. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a cool show. I think it's really gonna show off the technology on this thing pretty well. So we got the truck dropped off at the show on Monday. Tuesday, we got things set up. We got some time to kill before Wednesday, and it is very important when you're in business to learn how to golf.
All important business meetings happen on the golf course, and this is a pretty impressive golf course.
It's the best kind of golf course. Down there. Oh, what's there? I'll take that. Yeah, but Rich got it over there. All right, so after mini golf, it is very important to take the customer out for dinner, so we're obviously gonna do that. And here at Edison, we treat people like Joel to nothing but the best.
Give me that glizzy, that roller dog.
12 of them.
15.
15 glizzies it is. This is where the magic happens. Please, gentlemen. Dinner is served. We did finish the hot dogs, and I want to make it very clear that we all ate an equal share, because that would only be 3 each, and that's not so bad.
Something
Equal.
like that.
Yeah.
We have kind of a secret to tell you guys. We've already been working with different departments in this space. We can't say exactly what vehicle, we can't say exactly where it went, but you could put 2 and 2 together if you know who we are. And we were asked, invite only, to bring the Ram to Ottawa and present it to members of parliament, members of the military, and all sorts of different divisions to help with manufacturing, assist with prototyping, assist with the paperwork, and basically just trying to get this thing in the hands of the people who can really use it. Now, it's just a Dodge Ram. Why are we here? Now, if I point you off to this direction, come over here, it's kind of cool. Behind me, you'll see the Griffin plane that Saab is trying to sell to the Canadian military, and we are sharing the parking lot with a second-gen Ram. It doesn't make any sense. But yet it does, because Canada's huge in the disaster response. If you've seen any of the wildfires that are going on, and if you know any of the history of the Canadian military, a lot of it is coming up afterwards. We're known as peacekeepers, and our trucks make perfect sense for that. We've got that generator on board. We're able to power up hospitals, power up water pumps and everything right away with the generators. Anything that we need to establish communications again, because we've got that offshore power. We don't need to run generators. We are the generator, but we have that silent operation too. In another stance, our technology is completely modular. So we can take basically this thing, because we stuffed it in a Ram, we can put it in almost anything. And basically anything at the show that's here, we're talking to different manufacturers saying, hey, you know, we can take our electric motors, our engines and generator, our batteries, put them anywhere in your vehicle and make your vehicle silent watch, almost no heat signature, almost no sound signature, and it just makes sense everywhere. So we're gonna take you through the show. We're gonna go and check stuff out inside. Here we go.
That's right, caress the tip. You just killed some people.
What do you think?
I think super cool. And again, really nice start because we're looking to convert F550 platforms, 450s, and there's much more use. And people are like, oh, why would anybody do this? It's like, well, there's already other platforms being put on that chassis, and we can supply that chassis. We make more partners and make more progress in whatever we're trying to do, right? So as you can see, medical vehicles and anything like that, the offshore power is such a benefit to basically anything that we can put it in. So yeah, it's pretty cool being here.
This one is pretty cool. This is actually made in Canada. And this is if you want to go hunting, the deer's about 40, 50 kilometers away and you don't want to leave your couch or your driveway. It's a hunting rifle. This is one of these things though, is like, I've seen pictures of these kind of things online. The size does not do it justice until you actually see it. I can't even get the whole thing in my frame. This is kind of cool. Our local member of parliament, Mel Arnold, you remember him? He came out to the shop, helped hang that flag up on it. He came out here, brought us over to Saab, and he's like, we need to do a ride of a fighter jet. Got us to actually be able to check out the fighter jet, sit in it. They have their simulator, and then we got to actually fly the simulator. So big shout out to Saab for letting us do that. And even yesterday, they let us fire the surface-to-air missile thing.
This is cool. This is. What are you doing, Chase?
I am in a fighter jet. A Saab Griffin. This thing is awesome.
We didn't get to tow it today, but we did get to sit in it, which is pretty cool too. For both of us.
Oh, that was cool. I have tons of false confidence. Don't worry. Like, I've never flown a plane, but I'm pretty sure I can fly a plane.
Yep. So, yeah, 90% of males do think that. I'm getting a little dizzier with you, Chase, than I was with them. This is illegal.
Barrel roll. This is awesome. I want to go for a ride on this so bad. I think we've been trying to convince them, like, ride for our Dodge, ride in the helicopter, equal trade.
I think Ray has worked that out, which is pretty funny. Yeah, sure.
18 passenger Airbus helicopter. That's pretty cool.
Anything, Chase?
I want one.
Yeah, that does 1,000 kilometers on one tank. 2 tons of fuel.
I can't afford to start the helicopter, let alone fill the tank. All right, so we met with some more people, talked about their applications and what they can do, and came to the realization it doesn't matter whether it has tires or tracks, we can spin it. This could take electric motors, it could spin those electric motors, move those tracks.
So this is like a snowmobile with like its own powered trailer, more or less, but it articulates in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like we got a drive shaft in between the trailer to power that one, and like, man, it'd be a lot easier than all that mechanical linkage, all that drive system, all those transfer cases that have to go back. But you could just run electrical motors right down to the final drives, spin them tracks. One of the cool things is we've been meeting with people that put bodies onto chassis. They've come over, they've checked out the Ram, they really like that hybrid kit. And we talked about them like, okay, they basically go to an OEM truck supplier and they buy a set of frame rails with axles and a motor, and then they put their body onto it. Why couldn't we do that? We could have our hybrid package ready to go and they could drop their body onto it. I think it's an amazing opportunity. It's something that, like, would have also applied to the RV sector, and obviously it's something we do with the semi trucks as well because there's people that put that on there. So definitely a good marketing, networking opportunity. All right, so I am here with Mark, and Mark actually has these wicked awesome trailers with a great suspension. He was nice enough to take us kind of just across the road, take us out. He let us ride in the back of one of these things, did a little wheeling. Great time in Ottawa.
Okay, little dirt in the face it is. Back to home camp. Set for your video?
I'm set.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for taking us out in the Ottawa Valley there. It was a little bit more dusty than I expected, but tons of fun.
We like to run them hard.
So one of the nice things is that we got this truck up, it's on jack stands, and we are getting that test data on how the truck is performing because we've basically been running this thing for about 9 hours straight, all day long, just sitting there rotating the tires. So I am a firm believer that real companies do their testing at trade shows while showing out the product.
So we found out that the motor controller for the axles is about 35 degrees Celsius, which is about 75, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and then the axles are still ambient. So it makes sense. The motor controller has a bigger cooling jacket on it with 1-inch lines going to it rather than 3/4 on the axles, and now we have more data.
Yeah, it's going well. So far, we've been able to do the 9-hour test all day in front of everybody. That's responsible. So we had an absolutely great show here. There was a lot of talk about our truck, the capabilities, the hybridization as they're trying to move more electric in their fleets, trying to reduce some of their emissions, trying to get more operational capabilities for, like we were talking about, natural disasters, emergency response, offshore power. Met with some of our members of parliament, some of the members of our military, some of the people in our suppliers, other one customers. I just talked about the use of this truck. I think it went over well, eh?
I think the best thing we could have done was put it on axle stands, keep this tire spinning. Everybody's walking by going, why is there a Dodge Ram in the parking lot? But the tires are spinning. 2 days of it for about 10 hours each day. So far we've used 4 volts, and I know there's no real energy to spin these tires, but it's been a really successful time. Well worth doing it. We were this close to being able to pull the Saab across the parking lot, and then the higher up said, we think it's a bad idea. Probably because you said the truck wasn't done like 4 days ago.
Well, they're like, we watched your videos, and the video I posted, be like, all right, we got 2 days to get this thing finished. And they're like, maybe not.
Yeah.
But maybe next time. Anyways, it was pretty good. Just gonna start right off back to Ontario. He's gonna be doing a lot of driving around. We're at the fun stage. I gotta get back. Heard Rob poured the concrete on the shop. Well, I'm back and the concrete floor looks great. Anyways, if you guys are interested in helping support Edison Motors as we start taking these next steps towards production, make sure you check out our website for investment, edisonmotors.ca. Really appreciate your support. Make sure you read all the disclaimers and risk things. Offering memorandum and all that is on there. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.